Okay, so let's get right into it. The title of our source material today is pretty epic, isn't it? The Global Pantheon of Nutritional Excellence. It sounds like we're about to embark on some grand quest to find the gods of healthy eating. And you know what? In a way, that's exactly what we're doing.
This is the question. It's so simple, so direct, and it's a question we've all asked. We've all been there, maybe late at night, Googling for that perfect, magical list that's going to solve all our problems. We all want the answer. But here's the thing, and you've probably already guessed it. If the answer was just a simple top 10 list, we'd all know it by now. The truth is a little messier, a little more complex. But stick with me, because the real story is honestly way more interesting.
So before we can even think about crowning the healthiest food, we've got to understand why it's so darn hard to do in the first place. It's not like picking a winner in a race. We have to put on our detective hats for this one.
And that leads us to the biggest, most fundamental question of all. What do we even mean when we say a food is healthy? Does that mean it's low in calories, high in vitamins, good for your heart, for your brain? The definition itself is the first puzzle we have to solve.
And this slide really nails why a one-size-fits-all list just falls apart. You've got bio-individuality, meaning the perfect food for me might not be the perfect food for you. Then there's nutrient synergy, the idea that some foods work way better as a team. How you cook something can totally change it. And that's not even getting into culture, or the huge difference between a fresh veggie from a local farm versus one that's been sitting on a truck for a week.
Okay, so if a simple list is out the window, how in the world do experts even begin to compare different foods? Well, they need a standard. They need a set of rules for any food that wants to be a contender. This is how we start building our pantheon.
And the gold standard, the #1 rule of the game, is this concept right here: nutrient density. To put it simply, it's all about getting the most nutritional bang for your caloric buck. You want the most vitamins, minerals, and all that good stuff for the fewest calories possible.
And this is the perfect illustration of what we're talking about. Just look at this breakdown. For almost no calories, spinach is giving you vitamins, minerals, fiber, the whole package. And soda? It's giving you a ton of calories and, well, literally nothing else. Spinach is nutrient-dense. Soda is not. It's really that clear.
So now that we're armed with our key concept of nutrient density, let's meet some of the all-stars, the food groups that are consistently in the running for a spot in this global hall of fame. First up, let's talk about the berry brigade. We're talking blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. These little guys are absolute powerhouses, and they are always in the conversation about the world's healthiest foods.
And for good reason. They are just jam-packed with antioxidants to help protect your cells. They're loaded with fiber, and a ton of research links them to better brain health. They bring a very specific, very powerful set of skills to the table. A really strong case.
All right, next up, a true heavyweight champion in the world of nutrition, the leafy greens legion. You know them: spinach, kale, collards. If it's a leaf and it's green, it's pretty much considered a pillar of a healthy diet.
The argument for leafy greens is just overwhelming. I mean, they're the poster child for nutrient density, stuffed with essential vitamins, critical minerals like iron and calcium, and all for next to no calories. Of course, each contender has its own unique superpower. Leafy greens don't have those amazing anti-inflammatory omega-3s that you'd find in something like fatty fish, so everyone brings something different to the party. So we've got these antioxidant-rich berries, these mineral-packed greens, and we know there are other contenders like nuts and fatty fish just waiting for their turn. Which brings us right back to that ultimate question: who wins? Which one food gets to wear the crown?
And here it is, the answer. And it's probably not what you were expecting. The most powerful nutrient isn't vitamin C. It isn't omega-3s. It's not found in a single berry or a single leaf. The most powerful nutrient is a pattern. This idea changes the entire game. The global pantheon of nutritional excellence, it isn't a list of foods you have to go out and find. It's something you have to build for yourself, day by day, meal by meal. It's all about the big picture.
So how do you build it? Well, it starts with variety. Don't just eat spinach, eat the whole rainbow of different foods to get that wide range of nutrients. Next, try to focus on whole foods, things that basically look like they did out in nature. Third, and this one is so often forgotten, listen to your body. It's constantly giving you signals about what it needs. And finally, please enjoy your food. Eating well should be a pleasure, not a punishment.
So the biggest takeaway from all of this is actually pretty simple. The goal was never really to find a magical list of 10 foods. The real goal is to build a plate and a lifestyle that's consistently full of variety, color, and balance. That is the real secret to nutritional excellence.
And that really brings us to the end. The power isn't in a list that someone else makes for you, it's in the choices you make every day. So the only question that really matters now is this: what will you put in your pantheon?